I believed the lies so completely that I almost destroyed the love I swore I'd protect. Someone convinced me you were a stranger in my heart, and I almost believed it. Their poison made my heart freeze, and I forgot that your warmth was always mine. I let them twist our story, forgetting the chapters we wrote with honesty and laughter. Their whispers were chains, and I almost let them lock away the love I felt for you. I hated you for reasons that were never yours, and the guilt now feels endless. Someone made me question your soul while they hid theirs behind deceitful smiles. I almost let someone else's bitterness shadow the love we built in silence. Their lies were clever, but my heart remembered truths their poison tried to erase. I doubted your intentions because someone else's venom was easier to believe than love. They planted suspicion like seeds, and my heart watered them unknowingly. I hated you quietly, believing I was protecting myself, but all I did was hurt us both. Someone's malice became louder than the voice of my own heart, and I faltered. I almost let a stranger's words rewrite the history of everything we shared. Their poison made my mind a battlefield, and your innocence bore the weight of my doubt. I doubted the one person who never gave me a reason to. Someone turned whispers into hurricanes, and my heart was left in the storm. I hated you in secret, not knowing that love was still waiting patiently for me. Their lies made me blind to your patience, and I mistook endurance for indifference. If only I could go back and unlearn the venom they poured into my mind. I almost let someone else's bitterness become the judge of our love. Their poison taught me that trust is fragile, but they forgot that love is relentless. I blamed you for storms that weren't yours, and the guilt haunts me still. Someone whispered that you were the enemy, and my heart obeyed before it could reason. I hated you for a season, forgetting that their venom was never yours to spill. Their lies were chains, but your truth has always been the key. I almost let someone else's deception steal the memories I've held closest to my heart. They poisoned my heart with doubt, and I drank it, thinking it was my own fear. I questioned everything, even love itself, because someone else's bitterness felt louder than yours. Someone's whispers almost made me forget that our love was real and unshakable. I hated you silently, believing I was safe, but love was the one thing I risked losing. Their venom lingered in my mind, and I mistook it for reality until I remembered you. I let them speak, and my heart listened, forgetting that our bond was stronger than words. Someone poisoned my mind, and I almost let that poison dictate my actions toward you. I turned against you in thought, not realizing that the real enemy was the one who whispered. Their lies carved wounds where love had always lived, and I'm still healing from it. I almost let their words become my own, forgetting that love remembers even in silence. Someone whispered deceit, and I danced to their rhythm, blind to the truth of your heart. I believed the venom because it was easier than facing my own vulnerability with you. They made me doubt you, but my heart never truly let go of what it knew was real. I hated you in shadows, not knowing that the light of our love could never be dimmed. Their whispers tried to rewrite the story, but my soul remembered every truth we shared. I almost let someone else's bitterness dictate the way I felt about you forever. Someone poisoned me against you, but love refuses to be silenced by lies. I let their words fester inside me, forgetting that your patience has always been my anchor. Their poison was clever, but my heart's memory is sharper than any lie. I doubted you because I was listening to the wrong voice, and my regret is endless. Someone made me feel betrayal in my own heart, when the only crime was their deception. I almost let the venom of others erase the bond we built in quiet trust. Their whispers made my love feel fragile, but your presence reminded me of its strength. I hated you unknowingly, carrying someone else's malice like it was my own truth. Someone poisoned my mind, yet my heart always sought the antidote in you. I questioned your love, believing someone else's lies, and the pain of that choice haunts me. They turned my trust into doubt, and I almost let it destroy what we shared. I hated you silently, but love was stronger than their attempts to tear us apart. Their venom reached my heart before I realized it wasn't mine to accept. I almost let someone else's bitterness replace the joy we created together. Someone whispered lies, and I believed them until my heart remembered the truth. I hated you for a moment that wasn't ours, and the regret lingers still. Their poison may have touched my mind, but love has always held my heart. Someone whispered lies into my ears until your name became a thorn in my heart. I'm trying to untangle the poison. They planted doubts so carefully that even my love for you now feels like betrayal. I believed their words, and for a moment, I hated the person I trusted the most. You. Every memory we shared was twisted by someone else's malice, and I couldn't tell what was mine anymore. The venom of their words reached my soul before I could defend the love I held for you. I see now how easily a heart can be turned against the one it cherishes most. Their whispers became louder than your laughter, And suddenly I questioned everything I felt about you. I hated you for reasons that were never yours, and my regret tastes bitter every time I remember. Someone's lies built walls between us that even time struggles to tear down. I almost lost myself in the shadow of their words, forgetting that our love was never theirs to tarnish. My mind became a battlefield where your name was accused, and my heart silently screamed your innocence. They convinced me to doubt you until the trust we had turned into a stranger's fiction. Even now, I replay their words in my head, trying to separate poison from truth. Someone made me see betrayal where there was only love, and I carry that wound silently. The more they whispered, the more I believed I was protecting myself by turning away from you. I hated you in their name, not mine, and that truth haunts me like a shadow I cannot escape. They taught my heart to tremble at your name, and I never realized it was their fear, not mine. I was poisoned by their intentions, and your love became the casualty I couldn't save. Their lies were a mirror, reflecting doubts I didn't have until they showed them to me. I almost destroyed what was pure because someone else's venom felt more real than your truth. Even when I wanted to forgive, their poison lingered, making your face a stranger's accusation. I loved you through their lies, but my own mind betrayed me first. Someone built a story where you were the villain, and I acted out the script without knowing. I carry the weight of their deception and the guilt of mistrusting the one I never should have. They whispered in shadows, and I turned daylight into doubt, forgetting your light was always mine. The poison wasn't yours, yet my heart spilled tears as if it were. Every doubt I felt was borrowed from someone else's bitterness, not born from my heart. Their venom painted our memories black, and I fought to find color again. I hated you for things you never did, believing lies that were never meant for me to know. Someone's words became chains, and I couldn't see that love was waiting for me on the other side. I accused you silently, not knowing I was speaking someone else's truth, not mine. Their whispers were sharper than knives, cutting through the trust I held so dearly. Even now, I wonder if my anger was ever mine, or if it belonged to the poison that spoke first. Someone convinced me that you were the enemy, and my heart obeyed before my mind could speak. I almost let someone else's lies rewrite the story of our love. They poisoned the well of my heart, and I drank doubts as if they were water. The venom of their words lingered long after their presence faded, haunting my love for you. I can't forget how easy it was to doubt someone I once called home. Someone turned my trust into ashes, and I spent days trying to light the flame again. I hated you for a season that never belonged to us. It belonged to them. Their whispers became storms in my mind, drowning the truth I carried silently in my heart. I let someone else's bitterness dictate my love, and it feels like a crime I can't atone for. The poison was subtle, but its effect made me question the foundation of our love. Someone convinced me that love is fragile, but what they broke was not ours. It was my perception. I almost gave in to their lies, forgetting the laughter, the trust, the countless moments we built together. The venom of someone else's jealousy made me blind to the purity of what we shared. They made me doubt the heart that never lied, and I mourned a love that was never gone. Someone's deception became my reality until I remembered who you truly were beneath the noise. They whispered, and I faltered, forgetting that love can withstand even the most poisonous words. I let their malice shape my thoughts, and I almost lost the best part of my life, you. The hardest battle was believing someone else's lies over the truth I felt in my soul. They made me see betrayal where only trust had lived, and I carry the guilt quietly. I was poisoned, but your patience has been the antidote I never deserved. Someone planted lies, and I watered them with doubt, almost killing a love that was eternal. I hated you unknowingly because someone else's venom spoke louder than our memories.